Okay, so Josh here from GladrapChannel. Here with Izu Ugonoh. Man, it's good to see you. Good to see you and Joseph. It feels like the Klitschko brothers are in town, you know?
Well, definitely we're in town, that's for sure. It's
Yeah.
good to be here. To be back in Auckland.
So, 8th fight in Auckland?
Yep.
Yeah.
8 fight in
New Zealand. Yeah.
So that's what I was thinking about last time. That actually is part of half of my career almost. Had 9 fights in Poland, now 8 fighting coming in New Zealand. So I already feel attached to this place. And it's good to be back. I'm excited.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I got to congratulate you on all the things you've done in this year, 2016. I mean, Dancing with the Stars, you got into the semifinals. Congratulations on moving up in the rankings. So, number 12 in the WBO, number 15 in the IBF.
That's right.
Things are happening, huh?
Well, yeah, things are happening. We make things happen, we had a plan set in place at the beginning of the year, and I did my part. I was in Poland. I did the hard rounds of dancing, which was a lot of work. But after that, my focus was to get into the ring as soon as possible. Some doors are opening, some doors are closing. I was meant to fight in Poland after this fight.
In November, right?
In
The
November.
big fight was about to happen.
Yeah, that fell apart. But there are other doors that are opening, which I won't talk about right now because, my main focus is October 1st and the opponent who will be standing in front of me.
Let's talk about the opponent. So, Gregory Tony. This is quite a step up. I mean, quite a challenge, right? I mean, the guy schooled Tekken, I would say. What do you think about him? What do you know about him?
I have huge respect for Gregory, and I've seen him even back in the days when he was a kickboxer. I've seen him, defeat one of Polish kickboxing heavyweights back, I think it was 10 years ago,
Yeah.
So I think I even had a chat with him for a sec. So, he's got huge experience. He fought the best kickboxers in the world. And as a boxer, he's 21-6, so that's a good record. A lot of experience, and definitely he's coming to fight. So I'll have to be at my, I'll have to bring my best game.
What is he? He's 6'5", right?
Yeah.
Are you 6'5" as well?
Yeah, I think we'll be pretty much the same height.
Okay. If you had to make a prediction on this fight, how do you see it going?
Well, I won't make any predictions because there's no need for that. I train to win, and you never know what's going to happen in boxing. For me, at this moment, it's all about sticking to the game plan. I know fighting to my strengths, and that's it, And it's a 10-round fight. Let's see if it goes to 10 rounds or it won't.
So, your experience with Dancing with the Stars, right? What was that experience like? Being on a show, so many people watching you, and you did quite well, right? I mean, 7 out of 10 shows.
Yeah, I danced 8 out of 10. So.
8 out of 10.
You know what?
Yeah.
Honestly, I'll tell you that.
Was it fun? Or?
It wasn't. It wasn't as much fun as I thought it would be. I thought it was actually something. Dancing. People think of dancing like it's a lot of fun and expression and shit, but it was a lot of work. It was more work than I do training boxing. Because it's non-stop. You train like 7-8 hours in a day.
Oh.
I'm telling you, 40 hours. So when I was there, I really missed getting back into the ring. But on the other hand, I'm also a person. Once I make a decision, commitment that I will do something, I do my best to do it. To the best of my ability, and I did so. So. It was a great experience for me also understanding that, I have no problem performing when the lights are on, So even though I didn't know what exactly I was doing, so, looking back at it, it was a good experience, definitely. I learned more about my body that through the changing of sports. And it actually, had a positive impact on my boxing abilities, So overall, it was a positive thing.
Because dancing is about movement, it's about coordination. So I'm guessing it uplifted your game, maybe.
It's all about coordination.
Moving the hips.
Exactly. Yeah. And in boxing, because you do it all the time, there are a lot of things, that I might not notice. My balance was a little bit off slightly, which I didn't even know. But in dancing, it wouldn't pass, so I had to really, readjust that, and that kind of put me more in balance. And right after that, I felt like I can punch even stronger, harder and from both hands. So that was really good for me.
Cool. And did you miss? Did you miss the boxing? Because I mean, Parker was involved with the tackle fight.
I missed it.
Yeah.
I missed it big time. You know, it's like, you know, it's not. That's why I say I didn't really enjoy it. You know, because I was, you know, I was doing it, but at the same time, I felt like I'd rather be in the gym, you know, and doing what I love to do. So, you know, there was a conflict here, obviously. So
plus, he's training for the tackle fight, right? For the IBF Eliminator. So you must have, you know, wanted to be there to help Joseph out and stuff.
Well, you know, it's not so much about joy in this situation. It's about, you know, my own, you know,
the profile.
And no, just about what I want to do. It was all about what would I rather do, you know, dance with a beautiful girl or box. And unfortunately, the answer was I'd rather box.
So I mean, at least you got to discover what you love, you know.
I knew what I love. I knew what I loved. Going to the show was, you know, something that was meant to help my profile. At the same time, it was a sacrifice. And had I known it was so much work, I wouldn't have made the decision, you know.
Oh, okay.
But I did, you know, and I stuck to my word, you know, and that's it, you know. That's behind me right now. So I'm not looking backward.
But you did amazing. Forward. I mean, the semi-finals. I mean, that means
it gave me a little bit of satisfaction. Yeah. But that's all. It didn't give me like joy and happiness. So.
Did that change your profile in Poland? Like when you walk down, I mean, is it a little different now? Is it?
Well, you know, every episode was watched by 3 million, you know, Poles. So you know, you have about 40 million Polish people living in Poland, so you know, like 8% of the population watch every show. So definitely, you know, I became more, you know, known to the general public, not necessarily people who are involved in boxing.
Yeah.
You know, so that always helps. You know, in the long road, it will definitely, you know, help with my boxing career. You know.
So you know the fight that was going to happen in November. Did you know? Did the opponent drop out, or is just the plans change? Is it?
You know what? The plans changed because you know we did everything that we could to take that fight in Poland, but you know the circumstances kept changing, and overall it wasn't something that was really going to benefit me. So we decided not to take the fight.
You know, a lot of the comments of your videos, there's people always mentioning the name Artur Szpilka or Andre Wozik. I mean. Are these fighters that you eventually maybe looking forward to?
Well, you know what? You know, right now I must tell you one thing. Like I know both guys. I know Artur Szpilka. You know, we trained together before.
For real?
I know Andre Wawrzyk. We trained together before. You know, and personally, I like both of them guys. Like great, good guys. You know, but at the same time, boxing is business. You know, so at some stage, if the fights make sense, we'll make them happen. You know.
But you know, these guys, I mean, you know, Arthur's fought a world title. I mean,
yes.
Do you feel maybe you have to build up to that?
And I do.
Yeah, okay.
I absolutely do. You know, I know, you know, I'm in a different place than he is. He's after something else. I'm after something else, you know, so I'm a couple of steps behind him, but that can change real quick. So all that I'm doing is just focusing on what I have to do and making sure, you know, I keep stepping up my game, you know, and when the time is right, you know.
Yeah. But this is going to be a great challenge for you. I mean, this is, so it should be interesting to see how you handle this guy, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And, you know, Joseph Parker looked a little pissed, a little upset. I mean, is that for real or?
When?
Just now when you do the press conference, because...
no, I didn't see it.
Oh, because Alexander mentioned that he thought Takam had won the fight, and then when they asked Joseph about it, he said it was disrespectful. It looked a little annoying, but he didn't appear like that in training camp, I guess.
Well, no, the question fell here, so, you know... In training camp, we train. That's what we do.
By the way, how has that gone, you and Joseph? Is that chemistry still there? That connection, that bond?
Joe and I were great friends. You know, I take Joe as a brother. You know, and we do everything to help each other to get as good as we can be. And I think it's a great setup.
It's how the Klitschko brothers help each other, right? They push each other.
You know, the road to the top is a lonely road. You know, so if you have someone who can help you, you know, push yourself and get better on a, you know, daily basis, you know, day in, day out, you know, it's a very, very desired situation, you know. So I think we have that with Joe, you know, because definitely me being in the camp, you know, changes the dynamics of things, definitely, you know, and I think we can both benefit from it. It's
definitely a good energy with you around. I mean, something special to see you two together. And hey, every time I talk to you going up in the ranks, got a message for your fans out there that are following all the way from Poland?
Well, you know what, I'm actually, you know, I thank you for your support, you know, thanks, you know, I've been getting a lot of messages from different parts of the world, you know, and people are looking forward for me to, you know, have a stable fight, for me to, you know, I believe that, you know, good opponents are going to bring the best out of me.
Yeah.
Therefore, I'm looking forward to those fights.
Thank you very much for your
Thank
time.
you.
Always a pleasure talking to you, man. An honor. Thank you very much, Izu.
Thanks.